Hey guys, this is Martin again from Series Z, and today I'm going to teach you or show you how to make an LED panel out of LED strip lights. These panels, it could be made with pretty much any sort of strip, any color, and any type of configuration and size. The only thing you got to keep track of is how everything's going to be laid out, and I'm going to go over a simple one that I made here, and I'm going to show you what I did and different techniques that you could use to undercarry such thing. So for example here, I'm actually using two sorts of LEDs. Alright, I'm using a warm white along with a cold white, okay, and the way I laid them out was one warm white, one cold white, warm white, cold white, so on and so forth. And the reason for that is for the following: by mixing the two, I could achieve certain white color temperatures that could be useful in different applications such as photography and other things like that. So the way I have everything set up here, I have the strips laid out, right next to each other parallelly. I've used a angled aluminum. I think they're like 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch angled aluminum pieces, and then they have another piece of angled aluminum with some rivets. So you just drill holes, and then you slide the rivets through, and this is what holds these two plates in place. You could use a plate that's just already comes together, or depending on the size and all that, you could also use screws and nuts to hold that in place. But I mean, there's a lot of different ways. The reason I like to use aluminum is because it dissipates the heat pretty well. Then on this side, I have a regular clamp here, made a hole, and it's just being held on there, so you could hang it up on, whatever. Over here, I have an RGB dimmer. In this case, we're not really using RGB, but the freedom that it gives me is that I could control the warm white, the intensity of the warm white, and also the intensity of the cold white. And this way I could mix them, and depending on what I'm looking for. So the way I did it, after I laid them all out, I just soldered little bridges from one to the next. But keep in mind, if you're doing two colors of like a warm white and a cold white, you're gonna make two separate circuits. So you will only interconnect the cold whites with the cold whites and the warm whites with the warm whites, and then you take your main leads out over here to the dimmer, and you hook up one of the channels to the blue, which would symbolize cold whites, and the other one to the red, which is symbolizing your warm white. So that's pretty much what I did. And this dimmer is just being held onto this aluminum here with double-sided tape, and this power supply is being held onto double-sided tape to the dimmer here. It's all heavy-duty 3M, heavy-duty adhesive double-sided tape. They use it a lot for like car trim parts and stuff like that, so it really holds on very well. But like I said, there's not much to it. You could create pretty much any size, any sort of configuration, any layout, any color of LEDs. So, possibilities are endless. It's really up to you to, think about what it is that you need. But, you can make them this size, you can make them twice as big. And if you do some research on some trial and error, you could probably come up with a bunch of different designs. But, these are just some of the cool stuff that you could do with LED strips, just one of the few applications, So if you guys have any comments, questions, ideas, anything like that, please do drop us a comment there in the YouTube comment box. Also, don't forget to check out our website for all of these products and a lot of other ones. And also, thanks for watching.